You should have one completed and one blank beliefs and practices chart and a pencil or other writing utensil. If you do not have these things, click pause and get them now. Feel free to pause and rewind anything you do not quite understand the first time. As you watch this video, follow along and complete the instructions your teacher gives you. The first part of Hinduism is about beliefs. The Hindu are polytheistic. They believe in many gods and goddesses. One of the tenets of Hinduism is reincarnation. According to Hinduism, a soul reincarnates again and again on earth until it becomes perfect and reunites with its source. During this process, the soul enters into many bodies, assumes many forms, and passes through many births and deaths. This concept is summarily described in the following verse, and I can't pronounce that, I'm sorry. I really enjoy this verse as it really helps you see what reincarnation can be like. Just as a man discards worn-out clothes and puts on new clothes, the soul discards worn-out bodies and wears new ones. Like the Buddhists, Hindus believe in karma. Going to scroll down just a bit and start here. Karma literally means deed or act, but more broadly describes the principles of cause and effect. Simply stated, karma is the law of action and reaction, which governs consciousness. If you've ever taken a physics class, you've probably heard of energy and matter. Sir Isaac Newton postulated for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. So if you push down on the desk in front of you, it is pushing back with a force exactly equal to yours. If you go into a different discipline, metaphysics, karma is the law that states that every mental, emotional, and physical act, no matter how insignificant, how small, is projected out into the psychic mind, substance, and eventually returns to the individual with equal impact. You may have heard this called what goes around comes around. Another example of what karma is, I will read starting where the cursor is. As the soul moves from one body to another, it carries forward something along with it, which is nothing but what it has accumulated performing various deeds. This can be thought of as a global account that each soul is associated with, irrespective of the place it is in currently. This account would have both the logs of good and bad deeds it performed, similar to the credit and liabilities. This account is what is called karma. Please feel free to pause now and read a little more information on karma if you are interested. Moksha is the ultimate goal of life. For most Hindus, moksha is the highest goal. Moksha is achieved through union with God. I'll scroll over and give you a moment to read this. You might push pause if you need a little more time. Take 3 minutes to watch this video about moksha.
So, you want to get enlightenment. You want to get moksha. And you want to know if in your birth chart you have moksha. How do you see that? Well, moksha is a combination of 3 houses. 8th, 12th, and 4th. These 3 houses are known as the moksha houses. And the planet that really represents enlightenment is planet Ketu, which is the south node of the moon. Very important. Moon and sun. These are the 3 planets that are really responsible for having person, reach enlightenment either in this life or after death. But there's also something known as the last life. Like if this is your last life and you'll finally, be one with that source, that energy that you're a reflection of, like how a diamond, if you rotate the diamond in a room, the prism is around the room. That's what we are. So when will you finally connect with that source? Well, that is seen if your Ketu, south node of the moon, is in the 12th house. And that means the north node Ketu is in the 6th house. Whenever Ketu is in the 12th house, either in the birth chart or the Nimansha chart, which is the D9 chart in Vedic astrology, this means this is this person's last life, and they will be reaching enlightenment soon. However, the moksha combinations that I told you about, the 8th, 12th, and 4th house, if you have Sun, Moon, and Ketu placed in any one of these houses, especially if Ketu is in the 12th house and Sun and Moon are in the 4th or 8th house, or if Ketu is in the 8th house and Sun and Moon are in the 12th or 4th house, this also means that this person is going to be reaching an enlightenment state before their death, or any time before their death. Like, it could be any age. They can just finally experience that zero-ness that they call. Because in the Eastern religion, what is the ultimate truth? It's nothing. It's zero-ness. Buddha talked about that. Krishna, Shiva, everything, all those Asian religions talk about that. That is the ultimate, reaching of God, is to be with that nothingness. So that nothingness is seen from these houses. But again, the last life, if you want to know, is always look for Ketu, the south node of the moon, and where it's placed. All right, so I hope this helped. If you're new to my channel, definitely subscribe above, because you get to find out more of this useful information. And if you want to know more about my astrology stuff, check out my link below. Thanks.
In Hinduism, there is a caste system. This is like a hierarchy. We have this in our world today, where there's an upper class, a middle class, and a lower class. The Hindu caste system is unique in this world, but resembles in some ways Plato's ideal society of philosophers, warriors, and commoners. Take a moment to read the rest of that paragraph if you like. You could push pause. I'm going to move on. Brahmins are the top of the caste system. They're the priests. Kshatriyas are the second. They are the warriors. Next, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, but I'll try it, the Vaisyas. They're the merchant and the peasant classes. Next, we have the Shudras. That's the labor class. And finally, we have the Chandalas, which are the untouchables. Usually they have the jobs that no one else wants to do. They deal with things like human feces, and they're the only ones that are actually allowed to eat cow flesh. If you are interested in learning more about the Hindu caste system, go to youtube.com and look for the video called India's Caste System. The holy books of Hinduism are called Vedas. The Vedas are made up of 4 different books. The Rig Veda is the book of mantra. It is a collection of inspired songs and hymns. It is also a main source of information on the Rig Vedic civilization. So it's great for history. All 4 of these books would be great for history. If you want to read more about it, please push pause and read this paragraph. The second book is the Samaveda, the book of song. The third book is the Yajurveda, the book of ritual. You might find ceremonial religion in this book. And the fourth is the Atharva Veda, the book of spell. It is completely different from the other 3 Vedas and is next in importance to the Rig Veda with regard to history and sociology. So it tells us a lot about what was going on during that time. This will be the last note for beliefs of Hinduism, and you've seen it before, Dharma, the path. Dharma is the path of righteousness and living one's life according to the codes of conduct as described by the Hindu scriptures. If you are interested, push pause and read the rest of that paragraph now. This is the end of Hindu beliefs. Your Hindu beliefs box on your chart should be complete by now. If it is not, click pause and do so now. You will find Hindu practices in a separate video.